What's happening?
What's going on, my brother?
Nothing much. We talking about hood stories. We got to put back on the hood from the first episode.
Got the hometown back on.
Got the hometown back on. I'm waiting for my hoodie to come in so that I could start sporting that and get some other stuff. So Vlad obviously likes being late.
It's his thing. That's his signature.
Yeah, and he better not say anything because he agreed to change the time.
Who's into the stargazing, man?
Siobhan.
Okay.
Siobhan is a I think she purposely tries to like everything. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense the things she likes. Because I was talking to her, she was talking to her dad last night, right?
Yeah.
And they were talking about the PSI of the bites, like the pressure per square inch in the bites that like the saltwater crocodile has or a jaguar. And I'm sitting there looking at them like this. And then they both tried to get on me and say, see, Leon? Hey, what's up, Vlad? You still late. So they were like, yeah, Leon, you should start that's stuff you need to research. I was like that. I said, so, and that's the look I had. I was like, so if somebody says, hey, what did you do Friday night? Me and my dad was on the phone talking about the PSI of a saltwater crocodile. Like, what? All that's going on in 2020. That's what y'all want to talk about.
That's what y'all want to talk about. Yeah.
That's what y'all want to talk about. Okay. Yeah. All right. And where do we live at? We live in California.
Yeah,
like
that's a conversation for Vlad. Vlad can have that conversation.
Yeah, you from the panhandle, right? And hold on. And then Vlad, hey, hey, my background's gonna show Greco, so everybody knows that I'm a good father and I'm taking care of my child. Look at you. You think we know. Okay, you didn't have to put that in the background. You think you slick?
Let me.
No, be you. Do you? That's fine.
Why is it showing that? I thought it was. What's up, Leon? What's going on, man?
And you heard that we got a dog in the house, right?
That rumor spread. That rumor did spread. Yeah.
I didn't get that, man. It didn't get back to us.
Yeah, we got a dog. Well, I thought Siobhan texted the girls. But you know how the women they be like, I told you. No, you didn't.
No,
yes,
you
I
didn't.
did. Okay. No. And then you be like, oh, okay, you did.
See, that's my problem. My problem is I be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I said.
Yeah, I know. I watched something recently and it said you can either choose to be right or you can choose to be happy.
There it is.
Pretty much.
Sometimes that right be fighting.
You choosing to be right ain't gonna do nothing for the both of y'all. Like,
this is a show topic, bro. Because
it is a show topic.
I got thoughts.
We're gonna table that for the next matter of fact.
Yeah,
that might be the next show.
That might be the next show because I have thoughts on that one, bro.
Yeah, man.
We gotta speak on it, man.
That's a juicy one.
Yeah,
that is.
All right, gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Welcome to BBQ'N Stuff with your boys, Leon, Vlad, and AD. We are here another Sunday. Y'all checking your boys out, seeing what we talking about, and we're gonna let you in on that in a minute. But first,
it's time for bars.
It's that time again.
Yeah.
It is that time. It is time to lace these fools with these bars.
With them all.
With these bars. That's how we start the show off. BBQ'N Stuff. The bars come first.
Yes.
All right. Anybody gonna want to go? Any volunteers this week?
I feel like I'm the weakest link, so
Ooh, okay.
No,
okay.
I'm gonna just go ahead and go. All right. So I remember way back when me and my boys had a basketball and 2 cans. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. I like that.
I remember way back when I had to holler at a girl for me and my friend.
Oh,
okay. We talking some good memories.
I ain't got no more, man.
That's it. Wait, that was it. We was in there leaning in, waiting for the
like.
Look, I have unfinished lines, man. And hey, look, for the listeners out there who may think I'm the weakest link, also, I promise you, I'll level up. I will level up.
Oh my gosh! All right.
All right, Vlad.
All right, Vlad. This is joyful. I just want you to know that this is so much fun. And
Yeah, man.
wow, that was funny. All right. It was great.
He was on message though. He was on.
He was on. Right. And the fact that I needed y'all to see how AD linked in was like, huh? Wait, huh?
You was so ready. You was so ready.
Because you was
I was
coming with
waiting
it.
for it to drop. I was about to hit him with the air horn so quick, like, yeah, DJ horn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh
Anyway.
gosh.
All right. I'll go ahead and go. I always like this. AD always got the greatest lines.
Oh, come on, man.
Man, you got them. All right.
You right.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. All right. A photographic memory accumulating cold shots for real.
Ooh, cold shot. Hey, okay.
Okay.
This is what I call the optimal version of Netflix and chill.
Ooh.
Creating these bars for all y'all to feel like the bare knuckles from a sucker punch to the grill.
Ooh. Ugh.
While my faith remains in the Most High, who gives me the power in a ghost that not even Tariq can kill.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You go. I know you're gonna dig this.
Woo!
Man.
That boy came with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He
Okay.
walked away.
He walked away.
Walked
Where
away.
you at?
Dropping
Yeah.
the mic out. No more bars tonight. No more bars. No one else gets to go. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shutting it down out here in these streets.
LJ45 came through. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
But the sad thing is, I was trying to read them to my wife, and she was looking at me like this.
Ah.
That's another show topic too.
Yeah,
They just don't think we're that cool.
I was
Right.
trying to give her,
And we're
I was
like-
trying to get her input.
We're cooler than the other side of anybody's pillow.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Exactly. When the groupies start showing up, then they're gonna be all in the picture.
Right.
Mm.
You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
he got a championship ring already, girl.
Right.
You know.
Wait till the groupies show up. Then they gotta
Wait till
have
they
a
show
whole
up.
lot to say.
That's right. Let's
All right.
go.
Yeah, I can't compete. I'm gonna tell
Yes,
you.
you man. What you talking about, man?
I can't
stop it,
compete.
AD.
Those
You
bars
stop,
was,
man.
was ill with it. Those was.
Oh, stop
those
it.
was ill. All right, but I'm gonna do mine. I don't have as much, but I'm gonna do mine. Y'all ready?
Check this
Yes,
out.
yes.
All right. Only God can check my soul. That's Nike.
Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Finding bars better than these, that's highly unlikely.
Mm.
God gives me strength. I will remain his vessel. I used to front like I knew God. Then I crossed over. Van Exel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You see, hey, for our listeners out there, you can clearly see why I'm the weakest link. I told y'all, hey, look, part of it is just identifying that you're the weakest link.
Said the admittance. No,
And
you
that-
ain't.
Vlad.
And that's
Glad
how
you
you
ain't.
that's how you level up. You gotta say, hey, look, this area
Hey,
needs
man.
work.
It's iron sharp as iron, bro.
Bruh.
For sure.
Now,
for
see,
sure.
if we had a session where we pulled out the instruments and the guitars and started singing some vocals,
Oh
yeah,
man.
we can't keep up. We ain't
We
no,
can't.
man.
I'm done. AD, no AD. Don't let AD fool you.
No.
AD, he got some. He got
AD
some.
can't keep
know
up.
he be
No.
doing
Leon
something.
can't.
Mm-mm.
I sound worse than Key Sweat. Now you go telling me now again. Now
Man, say
you go. There
Oh
you go.
man.
Oh man. Yeah, man. All right, we did that. Bars up
Yeah.
in the building, barbecue and stuff. Leon, Vlad, and AD. Y'all get this every week on Sundays when we drop them. Come back and you'll get them hot bars next week as well.
For sure.
Today, we're going to address something not controversial. I don't know if you listened to the last episode. There was some controversy in there, a little bit.
Yeah.
I got some feedback. It was pretty good, though. Most people
Yeah.
that did listen to it thought it was good.
Good. Good.
We dropped out some parts, though. I did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
sure enough.
Look,
And I know you would. I knew you would.
I dropped
knew you
out some
would.
parts. However, speaking of dropped out parts, right? So last week we talked about potentially setting up a Patreon page, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Where on that Patreon page, you'll get exclusive behind the scenes kind of content that we don't post. That doesn't make it to the podcast, doesn't make it to YouTube or Vimeo. Only those who are patrons will hear that. So the part that I dropped out, that you didn't get to hear, that's where you'll get to hear it. You have to become a patron, and you can subscribe to BBQ'N Stuff on Patreon. And we have 2 tiers, guys. We've got 2 tiers on our Patreon page. You can support BBQ'N Stuff, $5 a month, and you'll get that exclusive behind the scenes content every time we drop. You'll get it early also. You'll get the podcast early. And you'll be a part of what we call the links. So the group that spends $5 a month on BBQ'N Stuff, y'all are the links. All right.
For
Good looking
sure.
out. Appreciate it.
Love
Look us up on Patreon. That's patreon.com/BBQ'N Stuff. Tres. Barbecue
Listen to
Stuff
y'all. It's good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Look,
It is.
man.
We don't leave meat on the bone. We don't leave no meat on the bone.
That's right. That's right.
Matter of fact, we chew on the bone marrow a little bit just so get the flavor out of there.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then for those who want to go the extra mile, who got that extra cash in the bank account and don't mind spending it on BBQ'N Stuff, we have a second tier. It's a little bit more expensive. It is the $25 tier. However, you'll get all the behind the scenes content. You'll also get the episodes early, but you'll also get an exclusive BBQ'N Stuff mug, only available from us right here if you become a $25 a month patron. And we're calling you, what are we going to call the $25 a month patrons? Let's see. Let's come up with a name for them. Pitmasters.
Hey, man,
There
I
you
like
go.
that.
The Pitmasters.
I love that.
Okay. So
You're
those
made for this stuff.
Perfect.
The $25 a month patrons are, you guys are the Pitmasters. Everything that BBQ'N Stuff creates, you get access to. All right.
Yeah.
So check us out on Patreon. And if you're so inclined, support your boys.
Yes, please.
All right. This week, gentlemen, we have a topic. Nostalgia. We're going back in the day, right?
Back in the day.
Yes,
Yes.
back in the day. Let's see. Y'all remember this song?
Back in the day, yeah.
For sure.
Ahmad.
We are gonna go back in the day. We're gonna talk about some hood memories, y'all. Hood memories. This was The Flight when it came out, right?
Man.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I wonder what he's talking about. I know now.
You know that.
Yeah, I know now, man.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is, did y'all grow up in the hood, Leon?
Yeah, for sure.
I would say people say it's not because it ain't LA, but yeah, I did in parts. Yeah.
So this week, gentlemen, hood memories.
Hood memories.
Now I know
Y'all took me
Leon.
back.
Yeah, man. I know Leon grew up in Rialto, so he throwing up them R's for his hood. Vlad, you got a different hood background.
Yeah, you know.
Tell us about your hood, man.
I'm gonna start off by saying sugar water and mayonnaise sandwiches.
Oh, you can't just throw out sugar water and mayonnaise.
Yeah, man. Hey, all the boys from the South, everybody from the South know what I'm talking about. That's why I had to say,
South,
you know, it's a little different from y'all. Go ahead.
What South? Who's South? South.
Yeah.
South Florida,
South
Florida all
Florida.
day. So
Okay.
originally from Belgrade, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Palm Beach County.
Mm-hmm.
And then, 568. And then I went to Delray Beach. Delray Beach is, I could ride my bike to the beach. That's the benefit of living out there on the East Coast near the coast. And then I can represent 3 places: Belgrade, Florida, Delray Beach, and Orlando, Florida. Those are the places where I spent a significant amount of time. But everywhere else, those are kind of like a quick stop and go.
Got you. Well, your boy here from Compton, CA, Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Compton is notorious around the world thanks to NWA and them fools.
Were y'all allowed to even go outside, man?
I know. See,
growing up,
bruh. When I was coming, people would come from other states to visit Compton because it was so notorious. Like, I gotta go see Compton.
Why?
I gotta get to because you heard it on the records. Like you heard.
Yeah, my boys did that. Yeah, the boys from the hood in Florida, they'll fly all the way to Compton just so they can be like, nah, this hood ain't. What's up?
I'm mad at Compton because of y'all. We couldn't wear Raiders at school and Kings.
Hey man,
no sports team, huh?
Blame NWA, man. That was them fools. NWA, Ice Cube. Ice Cube wasn't even from Compton. Most of them fools wasn't from Compton. I think Easy was from Compton.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like,
they say Cube was from the suburbs?
Cube was from Inglewood, and he went to school in the suburbs. And Dre, I think Dre might have lived in Compton. I think maybe
because him and Easy was cool, right? At the beginning.
It don't make nobody upset now. You know.
I mean, hey, it's fact finders. Go give us the facts if that's not the case.
Hey man, listen. I already called out Snoop. Okay, so I ain't scared. Okay. I called out Snoop Dogg on the last episode.
Hey, he did say he had a house out in the hills right next to Chino. So
I know he out here too. That fool.
Yes, he is.
He gonna drive by my house.
What you say, AD?
What's up now, cuz?
What's up? What's up is I need to give you this ham sandwich, brother. Put some weight on you.
Oh man. So yeah, born and raised in Compton. And I would use that sometimes to my advantage, right? I was not hood at all, right? There ain't no hood in me, right?
Okay.
I mean, me neither.
For some people, they might think there's hood in me, but because I have when you grow up in an environment, you pick up some of that stuff, but I ain't hood, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never shot nobody. I ain't never sold no drugs. I ain't had no fight in the street, although I did get beat up in the street. I had no fight. You know what I mean?
It was a one-sided.
Yeah. People be saying they was in a fight when they just got beat up. Like that's not a fight. Fight is two people going at it.
Well, yeah, I'll say technically they were in it. How successful they were on their part of the engagement is a whole different story.
Now, quick question, AD.
Yeah.
Why did they jump each other here in Cali back in the day? Like, in the youth years. Like, what was the reason for a jump?
Man, I'm gonna tell you why I got jumped, because I was stupid and I did not know the workings of my own neighborhood. That's when I learned how my neighborhood worked, right?
What you mean? Go ahead, tell us.
Let me explain. So the neighborhood I live in is near Luders Park. It's a park called Luders Park, right? It's on Rosecrans and Bradfield, right? In that neighborhood, there's Luders Park, that's the gang. Then there's Eastside Piru, which is on the side of Compton I lived in. And I was unaware of any of these gangs. I knew gangs were in our neighborhood, but I didn't know what they were. I didn't know Blood, Crip. I didn't know any of that. Mm. So my 10-year-old, 11-year-old, I don't know how old I was, 12, 13, somewhere in there. I'm wearing all blue, like 100% blue. I have on blue cords, a blue sweatshirt.
It's your favorite color, though.
Blue shoes.
Oh, were they nice?
Blue socks. No, they were runner-ups.
Oh, wait, runner-ups. Okay, wait.
Hold on, wait.
That's because I was from the hood. That's a hood memory right there. Wearing them runner-ups. That's sad when the name of your shoe is runner-up.
It's runner-up because they telling you off the bat you're not winning.
Oh man,
you are not in the first place, sir. Please identify yourself properly.
No.
Identify yourself properly. Your shoes are not first.
Oh my God.
All blue though.
Funny.
Yeah, man.
All blue. No type of
blue. I had no other color on. It was like my socks were blue, bro.
That's because you was cold-blooded. They was like, you was cold-blooded. You had to wear that blue, baby.
So I'm pedaling on my bike, dirt bike, and I'm over at there's a school called Foster's Elementary. People in Compton know these landmarks. And at Foster Elementary on the weekends, the gates will be open, right? Or somebody had cut an opening in the gate. It didn't matter. You just got in because it's a playground, right? And I'm riding my bike in there, and I see another kid, right? I'm like, oh, somebody to kick it with. Cool. And I start pedaling toward him. He hop on his bike and pedal around this building, right? I'm like, where are you going? Hey, I'm calling him. Hey. Now, just remember how this sounds, okay?
Yeah, the whole story. I see where it took a turn for the worse.
You see where it took a turn already. It's all bad already. So I'm pedaling on him on my bike, trying to get to him. He hop on his bike, he pedal away, and I'm calling out, hey. He hit the corner. I hit the corner. Big homies is around the corner. Right? I'm like, oh, what is this? Hey, where you from? Oh, that's the statement, right?
Yeah.
Where you know what that means.
Yeah.
Now I know what that means. Yes. I didn't know what it meant back then, right? Because this is my introduction to the gang life, right? Mm-hmm. I said, man, I live right here on McMillan Street, right? And he's like, why you got on all that blue? I was like, it's my favorite color, just like Vlad said, right?
Dang. Hey, man. Hey, big homies that are out there, all the big homies. Y'all help brothers out, man. Somebody, where was the big homie at for AD to let him know?
Man, wasn't no big homie. They was all looking at me like I'm lunch meat, right? So, now here's the thing. They said, you better get out of here with all that blue on, right? Yeah. That's my pass. The dudes gave me a pass. They knew I grew up on McMillan Street. Mm-hmm. I'm sure one of them knew, because my family was cool with the people across the street from us were straight up dope dealers, right? Okay. But they respected my family because they knew we was Christians and we went to church and wasn't part of that. Yeah. So I'm thinking I got a pass and they let me go because of that. But I'm stupid, okay? And I left their area, but stayed on the school grounds and went to go swing and play and do my thing, right?
I mean, you are a kid.
I'm a kid, right? Right. So I'm thinking, I don't know what happened, but I'm thinking they encouraged the little homie that I was trying to catch up with to go teach me a lesson, right? So the little homie, bigger than me, but a little smaller than them, came up to me and hit me up with the question again. Why you got on all that blue, right? That was his introduction to, I'm about to beat your behind, right? Right. And I said, I don't know, man. I just like the color blue. Bow to the face, right? Man. I was like, oh, what the heck just happened, right? Bow, kick me, right? I'm like, oh, snap. He said, now get up out of here, right? Now, I was like, what? I hopped on my bike, start pedaling all extra fast. Like, I got to go home. Yeah. What just happened to me? I just got beat up. Right. And I got home and then I realized, dude, what the heck is wrong with you? Right? Like, why are you out here in all this blue,
wrong area,
in the wrong neighborhood? And you little Mark, you didn't stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. you all around upset. All around upset.
I'm just mad, right? Like, man, that was a big time L. But that introduced me to my hood. You know what I mean? I now knew what hood I was in and I needed to represent. Not be out there banging with them, but just respect the hood. You know what I mean?
But so AD though, because every color represents a certain area pretty much. Yeah. What did you find out? What was your safe color then after that?
Bruh, there was no safety, right? There's just no safety because you in the hood. And here's the thing, I didn't go to school in my hood. So I had to get from Compton to Inglewood, right? Mm-hmm. My school was in Inglewood. Now, Inglewood was IFs, right? Inglewood family. They bloods on that side. So I'm in one blood neighborhood to the next blood neighborhood. But in between, is you got 60s, you got Grape Street, you got all of that, you know. Yeah. And you trying to navigate these hoods and come out alive. and you ain't got nothing to do with the gang life. I had zero to do with the gang life. Why do I know so much about the gang life? Because I had to live in it. You know
Yeah,
what I
to
mean?
live in it.
I
Man,
grew
Yep.
up.
I was
You
an
gotta be
innocent
aware.
party. Yeah.
Innocent. Yeah.
You got to be aware, man. You got
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah. So over where, and it sounds like the south part of everything is always the bad part.
Crazy.
It's always the
Southside
south,
Chicago.
It's insane.
south side Chicago, because where I grew
South
up
Florida.
at, South Florida. That's what I said when I said, okay, so south is it. So I grew up in I guess you would call the south part of Rialto. And people are like, Rialto ain't even that big to have a south north part or anything like that.
Put some
Anybody
respect
that
on the man.
put some respect on Rialto, baby. There's so many people that have come out of Rialto. I
Right.
ain't fit to name them because a lot of people that's probably listening don't even know who they are. Anyway, we got Ronnie Lott that came out of Rialto, Hall of Fame,
Hey.
Hall of Famer NFL.
Yes, sir.
That's a one to name, but and myself as well. Thank you.
Let's go.
But now it looks unfamiliar because of all the things that they're building out there. You know, the northern part of Rialto is looking really nice. But I grew up at 287 North Larch Avenue, Rialto, California, 92376. Why do I know that address? Because my mother made us learn it and memorize it. So you know what type of family that we were in, right?
Yeah, man.
My mom was all about, she was the PTA mom. She had us going to school. We had to address people of yes, ma'am, yes, sir. When I had to call people, if I had to call somebody, I had to say my full entire name and say, hello, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. This is Leon Jones. May I please speak with, and I mean, this was stuff that had to be rehearsed, my brother. Had to be in the bed by 7 p.m.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
When daylight saving times would change,
Wait.
I'm like this.
Gosh.
Yeah, but look out over your right shoulder, AD, to the back window. That's how it looked at 7 o'clock at night when I had to go to sleep, right?
Oh,
So
goodness.
Oh,
so
man.
we grew up at that spot, and I've seen that area on different music videos, right? Hit Boy, who is from Fontucky, aka Fontana, who's a very famous beat maker, right? With Kanye and them, he made some tracks for a lot of people. With
Really?
Kanye,
From
Jay-Z,
Fontana?
From Fontucky, and
He don't
I
call it
happen to,
Fontana.
I call it Fontucky.
For sure.
Because back in the day, there's a lot of racist stuff going on in Fontucky. But that area, right, on one of their videos, which was a pretty popular song, grinding on, I've been grinding my whole life, right? I seen it, and I was like, whoa, hold on, that's where I grew up at. That's pretty cool. So anyway, over at 287 North Larch Avenue, Rialto, California, 92376, right behind our backyard was an alley that separated our house where we were renting out of, which I found out after we were evicted.
That's a hood memory.
That's a hood memory. The projects was behind there. It's called the Glenwoods. Was one of the projects behind there. So we would find syringes in the backyard, things like that, right? It was not until my uncle, who man, love that guy, one of my bigger mentors. He's had his struggles and things like that, but I went to the juniors market with him, and I think everybody had a juniors market or something in their liquor store.
Oh yeah. That's on my list of hood memories.
Hood memories.
All
So
the liquor stores had Junior on it.
Junior on it. So juniors market.
What a marketing strategy.
Right, with a marketing strategy. So we walked, and we had to walk through the projects.
Gotta walk through the projects.
We would see brandishing of guns, police running up on folks and things like that. But anyway, it was one day that I realized, wow, we do live in like the area, bad area. Some folks was running from the police. They screeched around the corner. The car jumped through our front yard, through the brick wall.
Are you serious? Whoa.
Yeah, through the brick wall. My pop grabbed his piece, told us to duck down, ran outside, and it was a lot of the gang members. Yes, there were gangs in Rialto, and our gangs in Rialto. That went flooding, and the police was chasing them. So that is just alone is what introduced me to we live in a bad area, a pretty bad area. Yeah. So
Wow.
You don't really realize it until something happens like that.
Something happens like that.
Because you think you're just growing up like your friends. Your friends are in the same neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
This is normal. And then you realize,
there's that introduction. There's an introduction to reality.
This is not normal.
It's not.
Yep.
Vlad, you got one of them stories that when you realize I'm in the hood.
Yeah, man. My hood is different because we my hood was a lot different because we man, it's crazy hearing y'all. I thought of a memory where I'm walking home from school, and just because a older classmate didn't recognize me, that's already grounds for a fight.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like what you doing here? I never seen you here before.
Yeah.
Until this day in my adult life, if I go back home and I come across somebody and they're looking like they don't recognize me,
Yeah.
I could still be subjected to,
It's a trigger. It's a trigger.
putting my hands up. Yeah, man, in front of my wife. In front of my wife, I had somebody say, "Hey, what you doing in my neighborhood?" Yeah, so she was like, "Is he serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's serious."
He's serious.
I had to literally walk over there and talk to him.
See?
And it was a younger dude, and I had to talk to him like, "Look, man, I grew up here." Yeah,
right.
Oh, it's so crazy, man. Like, it became very clear to me in 10th grade, right? I mean, I knew it growing up, but like I always had this, since everybody else is kind of living like me, then it's all good.
Yeah.
10th grade, I went to this school called Bel Air Prep. Fresh Prince of Bel Air Prep, right?
Yeah.
It was me and Carlton and Will and
Hillary.
Yeah.
But no, the school was really named Bel Air Prep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my first year there, I met these people who lived completely different than I did. Completely different than I did. One dude drove to school in a DeLorean. Okay, the Back to the Future car.
I remember. Yeah, I know that. There's only a few of them out. It's the limited edition.
Yeah, so he was driving that to school. That was his school car.
The fact that he was driving.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Yeah. He had a car. Like that's another issue too. He's in the 11th grade, might have been the 10th grade, and he had a car. Right. I was like, what? And it's a DeLorean.
Right.
Then I had another guy. He was one grade ahead of me, so he was in 11th grade. He had a BMW M3. And I met Rashid Duke. That's George Duke's son.
Oh.
He and I went to school for that year in 10th grade. So I made friends with him because he's in the music, obviously. I'm in the music.
Right.
And so there was a time he invited me to his home. It's like I got to go over there and I got to see George Duke.
Wow.
And I was like, this is a nice neighborhood. And here's the thing. I knew I didn't belong because in order for me to get there, I had to catch the bus. Like I caught the bus from Compton to the west side of LA to go to George Duke's house and hang out with his son, right?
Wow.
But then there's another kid who went to the same school, and I went to his house, also on the west side of LA, and because he's in the music too, went to his garage. His garage had been completely converted for him into a full-on music studio. I mean, it had a lounge when you come in, you know what I mean? A shower, and then the full studio. I mean, the giant, when you go to the music studio, you see the giant board and the monitors and the speakers, and he had it all.
For him.
He was 17. Wow. He was 17.
What record label is he producing for now?
I'm serious. He's probably producing for somebody.
Like straight up.
Oh.
Yeah. So
he should be.
I know. Here's the thing. I work with when I would go because I was friends with him, so I would go over there on occasion. And one time I went over there, hip hop heads will know who I'm talking about. Deep hip hop heads. But there's this rapper. His name is Chase Infinite, right?
Okay.
He was a part of this group called Self Scientific. Self Scientific was Chase and I can't remember, Khalil. This dude named Khalil, who actually we wound up going to Morehouse together. I didn't realize that. Anyway, they were a rap group, and they would be over there at my man's house recording because the studio was so fresh. And I was like, wow. And I'm gonna hop back on the bus and go back to Compton. And these two worlds These two worlds are
I'm like, man.
so different. And it wasn't a skin color thing because the dude with the studio, Frank, and Rashid, they both black. Like these dudes with money. The dude with the DeLorean, he was a mixed something, and the dude with the M3 was also a mixed something. I don't know, but it wasn't like this is a black thing, this is a white thing. It was like this is a money thing. Like this
Right thing, for sure.
This is a money thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wrote down some things. I took down some notes of some hood memories that I had. Did you guys have some stuff you guys wanted to address too? Because I got some stuff.
I
Go
got
ahead,
some
Leon.
stuff too.
All right, so we're just gonna go around and let's see who comes up with the best hood memory. All right.
All right.
That's what we're gonna do this time. Here we go. Best hood memory. This is mine. Wow, that's a long drum roll there. Being left in the car while a mom went in the store and shopped.
Yes.
Oh,
Man.
okay. Yeah.
Did that happen to y'all?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I don't
All
even
the
think
time.
about doing that now.
You know what I'm saying? That was
God,
today. That would be insane.
insane, right?
Man, so many Karens and Bills would be calling the police on you.
But we would get left in the car on the regular. It didn't matter what the store was. Thrifties, remember Thrifties back in the day?
Yeah.
Going to the grocery store, Alpha Beta. Like if she had to go to
Alpha Beta, Lucky's.
Lucky's, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Y'all not gonna do this right now. Y'all not gonna. I can feel the vibe.
It's like I'm so left out.
Hey, I love it though, man. I love it. It's all good.
Look, he in LA and I was in the IE.
Still.
Man, but yes, we got left in the car. And what was the reason? What was the reason we got left in the car?
Cause y'all always touching stuff.
Because y'all touching stuff.
Touching
and asking
stuff
for something.
and asking for stuff.
Yeah.
The mama was like, I ain't got time. You stay behind us in the car. It just don't get out the car. Just don't.
But it was extended beyond the car. We would get left at the house. My parents would go to Vegas, a whole Vegas. Don't answer the door for nobody. And I'm a call once and hang up, and then I'm gonna call back. That's when you know to answer the phone. Seriously.
Yeah, bro. No, that's real. That's real. Yeah. That's on my list. Like getting left at home at a very young age. Like you like.
Yep.
I'm like this. Wait a minute. I'm like this. Wait a minute. My daughter's the same age I was when we was left at home. There was 4 of us, and you were in charge. Something happened, you in trouble.
You in charge. You 10. I'm 10 years old.
10 years old.
Listen, didn't that do something for our development though?
Yeah, made you become adults faster than you needed to be.
Right.
Become more grown than you needed to be.
Facts.
I mean, thanks, Mom and Dad. Thanks. Sorry.
We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate it.
Oh man. So Leon, you got the being left at home. I got the being left in the car.
Yes.
Lad, you got one? A hood memory?
Hood memory. Huh. It's so many of them.
It's a ton.
It is.
I got a list, boy.
I do too. I got one that's going. Oh yeah.
Hood memory. Asking your mom for a quarter so you can go to the flip lady.
To the flip lady.
Flip lady.
See, I knew this was gonna be like this.
That sound like a lady that's gonna get arrested today.
Right.
Let me tell you what a flip is. Okay.
Yeah, please, I know what a flip is. Please, please.
Flip is Kool-Aid in a cup, frozen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We used to get
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, man. So and they cost a quarter. So you just go to this lady. They call her the flip lady.
Yeah.
Cause she just have hundreds of flip cups in her freezer.
Yeah.
So we used to have something like that. We called it the candy house. Every block.
Hey, that was my next one. Guess whose house was the candy house in our neighborhood?
Ooh.
Your house was the candy house?
My house was the candy house.
Are you serious?
Oh, entrepreneurs! Look at y'all, young entrepreneurs.
No, that's called forced. And my mama said, y'all gonna sell this candy. We had a little sliding window in the front, and we would slide, and all the prices would be airbrushed with that removable airbrush on the window. I promise you.
Wow.
Man, the candy house was the lick. Like you can go in there and get that lemon heads, you can get them annihilators, you know. So
everything.
Get the what you call them, Vlad, flips? Get them
Flips.
all my Florida people gonna be looking at y'all like, they don't know what flips is.
Right. But hold on. But then the ice cream man would only come through the hood. You don't see that going through. You don't see that going through them nice neighborhoods.
Nah, Palisades.
And the Palisades is not where AD's going to. Where AD's gonna retire. Right. But they would and you would ask for the flavors, and they'd only have one flavor. Everything else would be a color. Be like, what do you have? I have red, blue, and grape. What? What? Red could be so many different. Cherry, strawberry.
Right.
Red, blue, and grape. Wait, I said, but what?
I want blue, I guess.
That is funny.
Shout out to my homeboy Mellow Kane, aka Rashid, who we used to go to Rose's Market, and that's the ice cream man one time hit us up, and I was like, what? Man.
Red, blue, and grape.
Red, blue, and grape. Yeah.
So check this one out, y'all. Maybe this applies, maybe it doesn't. I think it does, though. Mm-hmm. The back room at everybody's grandma's house is where all the sin took place, right?
Yes.
So that's where all the sinning happened in the back room, because the uncles be back there, they be smoking, they drinking, they got the music going on.
They sneaking a side piece in at night when ain't nobody there because they sleeping in there.
So when you at the family function and everybody's over, if you want to go where the sin is, you got to go to that back room back there. You know,
that's right.
In certain houses, it might be different locations. It might be upstairs, but it's the room furthest away from Granny. Like the room where Granny ain't. That's where the back room is.
Where it's a narrow hallway and about 3 turns.
Right.
Always. Still feel like a maze.
Yeah. Like, what you doing back here? I don't know.
Man.
You too young to be back here. Get on out of here.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? One time, dog, we had Ozone from Breaking.
Are you serious?
In the San Bernardino MLK parade.
Was he the Grand Marshal?
He was the guy. I think he was. I don't know if it was called the Grand Marshal there, but he was riding in one of the convertibles. Ozone from Breaking.
Wow. Well, I wonder what's up with them dudes now. Ozone and Turbo.
Ozone and Turbo, man. Them is some 80s heroes, bro.
Man.
For sure.
I saw Breaking was on Prime. I think Breaking is on Prime right now. Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Dog.
Yeah,
Dang,
man.
them that's it wasn't a trilogy, it was just a sequel, huh?
I think they just had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Breaking 1 and 2.
Great.
They don't really hold up though. Like I think I saw the original Breaking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is trash. What is this?
Trash. Right. I mean, you look at the cinematography, it's just like this. But somebody took their VHS recorder and just said, "Go ahead." Especially my boy Turbo was outside that liquor store with the broom. Though that's still fire, even though it's still fire seed.
Right.
You see the string.
You can see the string. Like, okay, guys. Wow.
Wow.
We were really vulnerable back then. You guys released this and it went double platinum. So
it's crazy.
It did.
Hood memories. Y'all don't remember getting a stray animal off the street and bringing them home?
Oh yeah, people used to always do that. Can we keep them?
Stray cat. I had to hide mine. We got away with it for about 2 days. But we realized that we had to feed the cat. So the cat was hungry, so it started, meowing like crazy.
Right.
And then that's when moms caught us.
Oh man,
we got caught.
Gosh, dog.
That's a hood memory.
I didn't fool with them animals, man. Them hood animals. I was terrified of them.
I've been chased by a couple of them.
Oh man.
Speaking of hood animals, though. Hood memory, right?
Yes.
You go over to the homie's house, his friend's house, and they got roaches, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You see the roach crawling around. You have to make a decision.
Yes.
You got to decide at this point. This is a very crucial point. It's a very crucial moment. Do I call out the roach,
or do I just act like
I didn't see it? You know what I'm saying?
I've had it at the homie house and at my house. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Hey, look, that's a hood memory right there. Hey, how about this? Go ahead.
No, how about the scary part is when you see them in the daytime, bro.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
that's
the
when you know
scary
it's a
part.
problem. It's a
That's
problem.
when you know it's a problem.
And so, do you
Oh, yeah.
do you decide? Am I gonna roast this fool right now for these roaches running around here, or am I gonna give him a pass?
Well, I couldn't roast nobody. So, cause
I'm
you
gonna
know,
I'm gonna just stare until he asks me what I'm staring at, and then he look.
I was that kind friend. Listen, I was that kind friend who saw a roach, and I'll kill him for you.
You just kill it.
All right. But listen, I came across a situation where I was over my friend's house, and a roach just gladly walked across the TV screen.
Oh,
Why
And
you
guess
watching
what?
TV?
Yeah, guess what, guys? It was inside the TV.
Oh
no.
I told you I was a nice guy, so I tried to kill the roach. I'm like, wait a minute,
Wait, that was one of them.
inside?
It had to be one of them projector TVs, right?
Yeah.
Yep, back in the day.
The rear projection TVs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wood
that had
made out
all
of wood.
It had that the big lines for the vent, so it could be ventilated because of how hot that bulb would get.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
That
man.
sucks.
Oh
sucks.
man.
That's hood memories for you, dog.
Yeah, man. You got a roach in your TV. You getting roasted.
Bro. You like, man, look who the new actor is in this show. Roach Stolomil Jenkins. Gosh, dog.
Did y'all ever have so I'm gonna say I got roasted one time because I was riding my bike, and it wasn't my bike. I was riding a bike around the neighborhood that was a girl bike. Okay. Remember girl bikes versus boy bikes?
The girl bikes had that loop. I mean, that dip.
I want to roast you right now, AD.
How did you know?
The girl bikes had that long banana seat too, like the seat was a little longer. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to ride. My bike was down. Okay, it was the chain popped or something, and I couldn't get it back together. That's a hood memory too.
Yeah.
The chain always.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Manufacturers is just ridiculous.
Man, you sitting there just pedaling, doing nothing.
Nothing. Dang, man, my chain popped. You get off. So you can become a mechanic on your bike, turn that bike upside down, flipping that.
Like,
I worked on so many bikes.
So
man.
I'm riding my sister's bike around the neighborhood because I wanted to get out and ride. And I hit the corner and I go around the next block, and somebody yell out, I don't even think I knew him. That fool on the girl bike, right?
You talk about it takes a village.
Man, I pedaled off that block and never went on that block again. I was like, I'm out of here.
Like, I think that wasn't me.
Well, I don't know who you saw, but it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Not me. I got a boy bike. It's red.
Yeah.
I
think you was the one ringing the bell.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I was quick on my feet when it came to jokes, man. I mean, but it was one joke that took me out. I was in school, and it's always a funny guy in class, and class was really quiet. We got done taking a little open book test or whatever like that, and Buddy said, "Look, everybody, Vlad's on TV," and everybody, the TV was off.
That's right.
Hey, that was a good one, and I'm telling you, till this day, that's the best anybody ever got me.
Yeah.
I'm like, look,
that's another hood memory. Is that back in that time, dark skin was not in, and they would let us. Sir. They would let us brothers have it. Yes. Thank you, Wesley Snipes, for putting us on the map. Thank you, Wesley.
Right. Thank you, Wesley. And
if I had enough money at the time, I'd pay that tax evasion fee that they punks. They get on my nerves.
Who are the dark skinned heroes? Wesley,
Tyrese.
Man, Joe Brown, Tyrese.
It was somebody else, dude. Somebody else, because Wesley Snipes and
was it Tay Diggs? Tay Diggs did.
Tay Diggs.
What, Diggs put us on the map too.
Tay Diggs got us on the map. Yeah, and he had grandmas after us. I'm trying to get my groove back. Come here, chocolate.
Right.
I mean, Martin wasn't a sex symbol, but a lot of people started paying attention to dark folks because
Bernie Mac.
Bernie
I
Mac.
don't say Bernie Mac or the dark skinned, but no, well, Bernie Mac, no.
I don't know if they were Bernie Mac though.
They
I
wasn't
mean, Deion Sanders put us on the map too.
Must be the money. He had
Yeah.
that Jerry curl too. He had that Jerry curl. Prime time.
Prime time.
I have street football, man. Sideline pop.
Oh man, yeah.
Ooh,
sideline
Definitely.
that's what y'all call it, sideline pop.
Yeah, sideline pop, meaning that if you're running on the sideline, it don't matter if it's the curb or what. You
getting lit
hit.
up.
You getting lit.
Wow.
And it taught us to be also traffic controllers because we would tell the cars when it was okay for them to go by.
That's hilarious. How about throw them up, bust them up?
Do who?
Throw them up, bust them up. That's a football in the street thing too.
Oh, throw them up. Is that like?
So the person with the best arm just throw the ball as high as they can, and then you have to catch it. Whoever catch it get bust up.
Oh, that's a game.
But you have to catch it.
Nah, fade that. I ain't catching nothing. That's like a woman trying to catch the bouquet at the wedding. They be biting each other now too.
That's a death wish because your eyes are on the ball. You looking up trying to catch it. You ain't. Somebody,
It's a group of us trying to catch the ball though, and when we catch it, we get points for it.
Wow.
I want to know what punt returners in the NFL played that game because
Right.
that makes you the best punt returner in the world.
Every punt returner in Florida that came from Florida,
Yeah,
definitely know what throw them up, bust them up is.
Dang, throw them up, bust them up. I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
Throw 'em
man.
up, bust 'em up.
All right, check this one out, y'all. Anybody remember the black pot with the white speckles
Yes.
that always had like some beans or something in it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Dang. I guess that's like universal for black folk, huh?
That's
It is.
universal, boy. I'm like, what did they have? Was this a government giveaway with these
Right.
black?
What's up with that?
Because we
Right.
all had them joints.
I think I got one now.
They had a collection of them though. They had the big pot where you could put the turkey and stuff in.
Yeah.
And it had like the lining, like the indentions, like it was the rib or whatever in it, so you can like lay. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Black and Kool-Aid science, right? So Vlad, you talked about the flips, right? With the Kool-Aid, the frozen Kool-Aid,
Right.
but regular Kool-Aid.
Regular.
There's a science to creating a picture of Kool-Aid.
What you mean?
Woo.
You don't just follow the directions.
No, never.
You don't.
You know what I'm saying? You don't just
no.
Let me see what 1 cup of sugar, 1 pack of Kool-Aid. Okay. No, that is not how it is done. You have to blend, okay?
Blend it.
First, you have to blend the flavors, okay? You got grape and something a little with a little tart to it. So let's hit that pink lemonade up.
There it is.
Let's get that grape with the pink lemonade. Boom.
Whoa.
Throw that
Or
in the
did that?
picture.
What was it called? The blueberry? Was it called Blue Mountain?
The blue raspberry joint.
Blue raspberry joint.
Yeah. You gotta hit that. Okay, you gotta cut it. You gotta cut that. Okay, you gotta cut it with something a little sweeter. Okay. You gotta hit that right.
Man.
But then the sugar concentration.
The concentration
has to be
perfect. Man, hey, dude.
Hey, look, I don't know nothing about that.
You better find out. Hey, top 2 Kool-Aid makers that I've ever met. Shout out to B Jones' mom out in Carson, California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her Kool-Aid is on point, and I do have to give it up to Sarah Lambert and the Lamberts.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
Candace Brown.
Candace Brown? Oh,
yeah, Candace Brown. Candace
I know
Brown.
AKA Cookie.
Cookie face can make some Kool-Aid.
I know she look like she know how she talk like she know how to make good Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
That's that P town, Peoria, Illinois. That's a hood place. That's a hood. That's definitely a hood place. Cause Peoria, it's just like Compton, fool.
You talking about Pomona?
No. Peoria, Illinois. That's
Pe-
where our wives.
Oh,
that's where
Peoria.
our wives and they family from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Town.
Okay.
Town.
That's why me and Leon be going through the same stuff all the
That's
time.
Man.
they both from the same hood.
But AD, you didn't like the pizza burger though, huh?
Hold up. What?
What?
Yes.
But okay, I was gonna say that. Okay, I was gonna say somebody was hating on the pizza burger.
No.
Bro, what? Wait,
Okay.
What is the pizza?
Avanti's, bro. Avanti's out in P-Town.
Yeah.
And we ain't talking about Pomona.
We got to
Wow.
bring it up to speed. Okay, so Peoria, Illinois has this place called Avanti's, and they have what I didn't know what a pizza burger was until I went. I'm like, first of all, it ain't a burger. I don't understand.
It's not.
But
Black
whatever.
Folks. Black folks.
Right. How we just gonna throw burger on this sandwich, but it's not a burger.
It's not a burger.
It's like a torpedo kind of meatball sandwich, right? But
mouth watering.
It's what the secret is the bread, right?
Yes.
The bread that they use to make this particular sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like no other.
Like no other.
Hey man, I didn't eat yet, so
Me neither. And it's making I'm salivating.
we're gonna
Yeah, we're gonna pause on that.
Yeah, let's go get some breakfast.
Yeah. Hey.
that sounds amazing though.
And shout out to pork chop sandwiches too. I know some people don't eat pork, but pork chop sandwich because the hood pork chop sandwiches, and I had a good pork chop sandwich out in Peoria one time too.
Man, pork chop sandwich, yeah, that sounds bomb.
With the white bread.
You eat the swine, my brother? You eat the swine? Okay. That's a hood memory too, though. Them Nation of Islam fools.
Man.
Him and you up.
Hey, Riverside and Baseline in Rialto, they standing out there with the final call. But the bean pies was delicious. I'll tell you that. No, bro. I'm not on that, but I am past one of the bean pies, so I can put it in the refrigerator, not the refrigerator, but the refrigerator,
right?
So that it could be nice and chill. Yeah.
Man, I don't know about you. I always felt judged, right? If I didn't buy a final call, like they right there on the island about to try to make a left turn, they right there. Yeah, he got the final call. My brother, you want to get yourself one of these, a final call? You need to get this information, brother. You need to know this right now, brother.
Right.
What?
And I'd be like, no. And I feel all judged, like, dang, man, I'm not a part of the movement. I need to be a part of the movement, man. But I just don't want that paper right now. I love Jesus.
Right, I love Jesus.
Man, fellas, did y'all cook anything? Did y'all have to cook anything growing up?
Yes.
All right. Do y'all remember? Did y'all cook any spam?
Yes, fried spam sandwiches. Everything was a sandwich, bro, and fried.
Everything was a spam. Oh man.
Everything was some fried bologna sandwiches.
I put the kids on that. I had to do it. I usually do little history lessons and stuff like that with the kids. I'm like, look, y'all don't even know. So I bought a can. Man, they freaking loved it.
Yeah. Hey, that's the meat of choice in Hawaii, bro. Spam.
But it's a whole bunch of stuff in there though.
Hey, hold on, you motivating me, man.
Stop.
I'm saying you motivating me for it's gonna be called weekly lessons for the kids. It's gonna be called You Got It Better Than I Did lessons. That's what it's gonna be called.
That's right.
So, and I'm gonna show you how you have it better than I did. Right? Because they don't know about Ghetto Surprise. We used to have a meal called Ghetto Surprise.
What?
And that ghetto surprise was whatever meat you decide to put in your top ramen. That's your ghetto surprise.
Ah, yes.
It may be ground beef. Ooh. It may be chopped up hot dogs. You don't know.
You don't know.
Whatever contraption we can put together.
Hey man, speaking of cooking, Vlad, and Leon, you talked about being left at home at an early age. So those two don't go together well. I'm gonna just let you know that.
They don't.
So that's not a good combination. Mm-hmm. But I tried to pull something off while on one of my journeys or one of my experiences as the caretaker for my brother and sister.
I like how you put this.
Yeah.
At the ripe old age of 12.
Okay. Hey, and just know that in other countries you can get married at that age.
This is true.
In Compton, you can get. No, I was kidding. I decided I'm gonna make a dessert for my brother and sister and myself. Right.
Okay.
And I was gonna be creative in making this dessert. It's gonna be a cinnamon sugar something. Right.
Oh,
whoa.
Okay.
So what I knew is if you make flour, you can get flour and water, you'll make dough. Right.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool.
You've seen it somewhere.
I know you. I saw it making Play-Doh. Right. We used to make Play-Doh.
Oh gosh.
Hey, this turns into dough. And with
Man.
Play-Doh, when you're making Play-Doh, you need the flour, the water, and you add some salt, right?
Yes.
I said, okay, we're not gonna put salt in it. We're gonna put sugar
In the
right?
dough.
In the dough.
Okay.
And we're gonna sprinkle it with cinnamon. This is gonna be one of the greatest desserts of all time.
Ever.
I put that mug in the oven, mixed it up, and it's smelling like cinnamon and sugar. I'm like, oh, y'all gonna love your big brothers today.
Yeah.
Man, we pulled that mess out of the oven. It was the gooeyest, gummiest, nastiest piece of garbage I had ever tasted in my life. And I was so ready for some goodness. And I was so upset with myself. And I was like, this is why y'all don't leave. Y'all shouldn't be leaving us at home by ourselves to fend for ourselves. What kind of parents do I got?
What kind of parents do we got? Man.
No, but I grew up. Like I just want to hit this real point real quick because we kind of tapped on it. But I'm gonna tell you, and being given so much responsibility at an early age, it made me a responsible person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like it helped me to grow up and say, you got to handle it. You know what I mean? The mindset is get it done, handle it, figure it out, do what you got to do. Don't make an excuse. Handle your business, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's stayed with me throughout my life. So that actually was a bonus.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Of getting responsibility at an early age. But I digress. Leon, you had something, man.
Yeah, I will say I don't know what happened to me because I ain't responsible. I'm still trying to figure it out. And I'm finna be 41. I can't figure it out. Dude, it's the knockoffs that we would have. They had LA, they had they had cross colors. I had Roglins. From the Rialto swap meet, bro.
Yeah.
And in junior high, people smelt that. It's like sharks in the water smelling blood.
Oh man.
And man, I must have got bagged on so bad in junior high school. And then I found out what free lunch meant of your economic status.
Right.
I wouldn't eat sometimes, and that's sad that I allowed that to happen. I wish somebody give me some free lunch today.
Right. You know what I'm
saying?
Man.
Yeah, man.
But the swap meet was definitely the resource for you. You know how Eddie Murphy Raw would say, you ain't got to go McDonald's. I'd make something better than McDonald's. We would find out that there's better clothing than the expensive clothing that we wanted. And you know, when Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes and all them had the hip hop era where they had
I had all the little patches on my jeans, man.
Right, and all that. So the t-shirts we got would have Hanes tags on the back. So they weren't the real t-shirts because those were cross colors and we would say Hanes. I would feel my collar be pulled and somebody random, I would turn around and they would point their finger like this. And a crowd of people would come and I'd be in the middle. It was my heart hurts right now for old Leon back then. God, poor Leon.
Goodness.
Poor Leon.
Oh, crying right now.
So you weren't up on game, man. I could have put you if I had crossed your path, I could have put you up on game on how to avoid that. I had strategy.
Man, we didn't have no money. We ain't had no money.
But me and my brother knew to cut the tags off.
Man.
Yes, you cut the tags off.
True.
But here's the thing. This is what I did.
Then my mom would have got on me for cutting the tag.
Cut the tag?
I was scared of my mom back then. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Back in the day, the swap meet, you mentioned the swap meet, they would sell these t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
And they were like 3 for $10 or something like that. And they had designer logos on them, right?
Yeah.
So there was a t-shirt that was Elise. Y'all remember Elise? That was a brand, and then they had the Fila t-shirt.
Yeah.
And they had these little patches that were sewn on to the shirt, right? They were not authentic Fila Elise, but it had the right logo, and it was in the what's the name too, right? So I wanted a Fila polo shirt, right?
Oh, you're going far. You went far.
I went far. I want a Fila polo shirt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Fila t-shirt, I'm gonna take the patch off, I'm gonna put it on a polo, and I'm gonna cover the other logo with the Fila patch, and I'm gonna sew it on. Right?
Wait a minute, what you color it with, AD?
No. I just took the patch and I just sold it over the other logo on the polo shirt, right?
This dude had a 3D patch. The way how far it stuck out.
Man, it's not even over. I took the tag out of the back of that t-shirt and put it in the back of the polo so I could be authentic, right?
Oh,
you
wow.
good.
Sold that in there too. But here's the problem.
Yeah.
The patch was like, I didn't sew well. Okay. I didn't know how to sew all that well, right? And so it was kind of flopping, right? The patch was kind of flopping. So what I said I'm gonna do, I said I'm gonna put a little super glue on the behind the patch and
No.
stick it down. And I think I put too much super glue because it stained around the patch, right? It was a little bit of a stain right around the patch where I pushed the glue in a little too hard because it squirted out. I was like, dang it, man. I hope they're not hip to this game. I hope they don't understand. It's just a stain. Bruh, I wore that mug. It was like, what is that?
Why do y'all only see this? Dang.
I'm fresh. I'm fresh right now.
Feeler patch, man. What's
nothing,
up?
Nothing, man. I was eating some breakfast this morning, man. Oh, go. Dang.
Bruh, the stuff we would do just to be accepted, like with like clothes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, y'all had it made, man, because mind you, I grew up, I'm still Haitian, but I grew up the Haitian way. Every Haitian know, and they, AKA Zoes, every Zoe in Florida know your mama sent you to school wearing church clothes.
Yeah.
So listen to me. Listen, I used to go to school with a button-up slacks and some church shoes. Imagine playing in the sandbox. Just listen. Imagine playing basketball in some church shoes the whole week. Imagine going through the sandbox with some church shoes. Oh yeah. Feel that. I want all my Zoes to feel that.
Now, let me ask you this: because you were playing on the playground, did you rub a hole in the bottom of your church shoes?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And your
yes,
socks
is the craziest thing. They need to
Did your socks start poking out? Your socks start poking out the bottom of the shoe?
Hey, listen, I wore them things until they started talking.
And then you get yelled at talking about you playing too hard.
You got it, Leon. You got it.
That's another thing. Like, I didn't realize we didn't have money. We was poor because we got sent to school with shoes that obviously needed to be retired. They were they needed to be retired. They were like you said, Vlad. They were talking, or they had a big hole in the bottom, and your sock is hanging out. Put them shoes on and go to school, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, looking back, I'm like, wow, y'all, with these joints, like,
y'all are something else.
Hey, and them shoes
with patches.
With patches, them shoes didn't match nothing. You just had shoes, just one pair of shoes.
Man. Hey, sometimes. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, sometimes I do sit, man, and I ask myself, dang, do I give my son too much responsibility? Just to go back to that last topic you were talking about, AD.
Yeah.
How much you was responsible for. You over here trying to make a nice dessert, you know. I'm at the point now, I'm like, I don't wanna spoil it for him. Like, I really want him to get a sense of responsibility, but at the same time, not give him too much.
Yeah.
Let's hit that real quick. Now, of all of our experiences that we had growing up in the hood. Now, by the way, for those that's listening, we'd love to hear yours as well. Your experiences growing up in the hood. We obviously did not hit them all. There are tons of them that we could bring up.
Too many, y'all.
There's too many. There's not even enough time. But let me ask you this, both of you guys: do you feel that those experiences benefited you in the long run or hurt you in the long run?
That's good.
Yeah, I would say it benefited me, and I want to tell one last story.
Yeah.
An experience that I had, and this is not a funny. It's not a funny one, but I look at it like, wow, starter jackets.
Ooh,
right?
Yes.
Ooh.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You was
Starter
balling. You
jackets.
had one?
Not until my junior year in high school or senior year in high school. My dad bought it for me finally.
Okay.
Wasn't the team I wanted.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't wear Raiders. Thanks, Compton and AD.
You're welcome.
And AD.
It was a Carolina Panthers one of the newer ones, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So anybody, like I said, is from Rialto, California. I went to Eisenhower High School, Ike Mob, across the street from the ABC's Jackson Street, and everybody knew don't go on the ABC's in Jackson Street by any means.
Wait, ABC's Market?
No, the ABC's, the apartments.
Oh,
it was called the ABC, the ABC's.
Okay.
So me and my boy mobbing. He got on his starter jacket. I got on my starter jacket. We mobbing with this other dude. Next thing I hear, hey, there he go. Turn to my right. It's a Regal. It's a Regal with a cat sitting in the front. He got a Thule on him.
Ooh.
And some other cats with one with a knife in his hand. Takes a swing. I felt my jacket get pulled back. Dude swung, tried to get the other dude, and then they trying to beat him up against the fence.
Wow.
Right? So attention turns from him as he's running down the street. Turns to us. Y'all, big beeps come out y'all jackets.
Run the jacket.
I didn't run the jacket.
You didn't run the jacket?
I didn't run the jacket because it was a starter and I wanted to start a jacket my whole entire life. So
my mama gave me that change.
And that's how I felt. It was said twice. I did not move and I wasn't coming out my jacket. That jacket cost $100 and all that. I ain't coming out this jacket.
Right.
All to find out the dude that was telling us, I don't know if he was on Sherm or whatever have you, but I knew him and I knew him very well. And he realized who I was. Oh, what's up, Leon? And shook my hand. And it was done after that. So after all of that, close to death and losing the first and last ever starter jacket I ever owned in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely, I feel it shaped me to who I am today and the things that I can maneuver through and understand and also have hope for. Hope definitely came from the experiences, the lack thereof that I had. And that's why I rep and love Rialto to death because of everything I ever experienced in my life. You know what I'm saying? That was the first chapter of my life after going off to college. That was the first chapter of my life. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. I would say it's a benefit too, AD. It was a benefit, man. I'm talking about we in the house not allowed to come outside because of mom's at work.
Right.
Yep.
If we getting out of school, go straight home.
Yep.
Don't go straight home, lock the door. I don't want to hear that you've been playing outside. Although we did go play outside before we went in the house.
Right.
My mom had neighbors watching us, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
snitching.
yeah, I love cooking now. I love cooking in my adult life because of that, man. I just feel like, when I was cooking for my brother and my siblings and everybody else, once they came along, man, it just made everybody happy. So in my adult life, I'm like, when I'm in the kitchen, it's not a chore. It ain't nothing I have to do. Now it's like I get to enjoy this now,
Yeah.
So, the fact that we have homes, I don't know for, I can't speak for all of y'all, but the fact that we have homes, man, growing up and our kids have their own room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, man, you hit the nail on the head, bro.
Yeah, man, our kids have their own bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
To lay in. So, it's big. It definitely made us who we are today and kind of fuels us to go out there and get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a benefit growing up, not having everything you want, you know what I mean? Because it teaches you delayed gratification, you know what I mean? So the point is, this is the way we grew up. Obviously, our kids are not experiencing life that way, but I want them to experience at least some portion of that, of not being able to have everything you want just because you want it. Of not being able to just sit in front of a TV for hours upon end, because that was not the move in our house. Matter of fact, it couldn't be because cartoons went off at a certain point. It wasn't
that's right.
24-hour cartoons and stuff like that, like it is now. At a certain point, you get them soap operas, and it's like, I don't want to watch this. And you figure,
stories.
Right. I got to go outside. I got to do something else. I got to figure something else out.
Yeah.
I want them to have some variety, in their experiences. So I think it's a benefit. And also the responsibility, like we talked about earlier, like the development of responsibility at a young age, I think it's going to help them as adults, because right now you see a lot of entitled people, even entitled adults who had a different upbringing,
Yeah.
and didn't have to like fight or struggle or figure things out. It just was kind of given to them.
Yeah.
And so I ain't raising kids like that. That's not,
Yeah.
that's not, you better not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I told my daughter the other day, I said, listen, you can be out there, you can hang with your friends. However, if they do something that I've already told you you shouldn't do and you get in trouble for it, you're on your own. I'm not bailing you out, right? Because I've told you, don't do it. Don't follow the crowd. So whatever the consequence is, you're going to have to deal with that consequence. I will not save you from your own actions, right? Because I want them to understand, like, actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, how y'all feel about this episode?
It was fun, man. Brought back some memories,
man.
bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I hope those who are listening enjoyed it as well. This is BBQ'N Stuff with your boys Leon, Vlad, and AD. We took y'all back on down memory lane. Did a little hood memorization, or what'd you call it? What's the word? What I want to use? Hood
hood memories. Memorization.
Okay. I was trying to make it sound more important than it was, but but we had a good time, and we would love for you guys to rock with us. We'd love to hear about your hood stories as well. Hit us up. We're on social media on Instagram at BBQ'N Stuff. Barbecue, that's BBQN.STUFF. That's our IG page. You can also follow us on Apple Podcasts. Please do, and like and subscribe and all that other good stuff. Leave some comments too, because when you leave comments, it boosts our show up. And so people get to see us more on the Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, also on Spotify. So make sure you guys are commenting, sharing, getting that out there as well. Check us out. If you want to see these episodes, you can find them on Vimeo as well as YouTube. If you want to see our shining bald heads, at least me and Leon, and you want to see Vlad's flowing locks, you can check it out on Vimeo and YouTube as well. And lastly, the Patreon page. So we put it out there. It's up to you. We're not coercing you. This is not offering at the First Baptist
at the end of service.
You know what I'm saying? Where we got three offerings passing the plate around 3 or 4.
Right.
No, this ain't that.
Yeah.
But if you like what we do and you want to see us continue to grow, because we want to grow, hit us up on Patreon and say, hey, I want to be one of the links. And I'm gonna hook you guys up with $5 a month. That's not a whole lot. I think you can do. Not a lot. I don't think you'll miss the $5 a month.
That one number one that you was gonna get.
Right. That one cup of coffee at Starbucks. Them fools be out here. Yeah. Man. Yeah. $5 for a cup of coffee. Anyway, I digress.
I like coffee bean. I like coffee bean anyway. Get them out of my face.
Right. And I be messing around with the gas station coffee.
Okay.
I'm still a Dunkin' Donut fan, man.
Oh, see, we know you ain't from California.
Yeah, man. I'm a big Dunkin' Donut fan, bro. Even my wife get on me. She's like, you gotta let that go. I'm like, nope.
You gotta let that
go. Don't bring no Starbucks over here. I don't want it.
Right.
Matter of fact, I think I'm getting coffee bean on the way to our little thing.
Right.
I love me some coffee bean. Okay, sorry. Oh, one last thing. Did y'all have Tupperware parties at your house?
Oh my goodness.
I sort of thought that.
Tupperware. We had Amway. We had all them pyramid schemes
Yeah, and them adults they lying. They had wine coolers and everything else. I was only tired and playing their music. Ain't nobody doing that for no Tupperware.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there.
So yeah, hit us up with your Tupperware money. Get that Tupperware on the Patreon. You don't need that Tupperware.
You don't need that.
There's also another tier. We have 2 tiers. It's the $5 tier. You're the links, and we have the $25 tier. You are the pit masters, and that means on both tiers you get backstage, basically access to BBQ'N Stuff, and you get the content released early to you. But if you become a pit master, you'll get that exclusive BBQ'N Stuff mug, only available for those who become patrons of our show. Yes. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. We hope to see you back next week. It's been Leon, Vlad, and AD, BBQ'N Stuff. We out.
For sure.